The National Football League trade deadline is coming up after Week 8, and with every sports league, with a mid-season trade deadline, there are buyers and there are sellers, depending on how your fortunes have fared so far. And the Vikings sitting at 4-1, getting it done, should certainly be buyers at the deadline. And the Carolina Panthers off to a 1-4 start. They just punted Matt Rule into the sun, even though he's going to be making $830,000 a month for the next 48 months. It's not bad, man. But the Carolina Panthers should be selling at the trade deadline, start over, start anew. And the Vikings need to trade for Panthers defensive tackle Derrick Brown, who is a grown-ass man. I love me Derrick Brown in the draft. I loved him at Auburn. And the Vikings need to make this happen because the defensive line, although good with Diesel, Dalvin, Harrison, Phillips, they need more size. They need more. We have the meats to Vikemodium, stop the runs, all that stuff. So the Vikings need to bring home Derrick Brown. Well, not home because he has no ties to Minnesota, but they need to bring him to the great state of Minnesota. Let's talk about him today. Background, 24 years young, 6'5", 302, former 17-star recruit from Sugar Hill, Georgia, took his talents to Auburn on the Plains. He was 2019 SEC Defensive Player of the Year, career 12.5 sacks, 33 tackles for loss, also numerous academic accolades. He's a team leader. He's a good dude as well as a fantastic player, especially stopping the run. Plus, he can get after it just a little bit. Smidge rushing the passer from the interior. Now, he tested aight. We'll get to that in a sec, but his NFL draft scouting report from Lance Zierlein, NFL.com, draft projection, round 1, NFL comparison. Chris Jenkins, the former New York Jets fantastic nose tackle. Overview, defensive tackle with rare combination of size and disruptive traits, who frequently bludgeoned inferior competition across from him. Brown's snap quickness allows him to take muddy running lanes by resetting the line of scrimmage. He has the ability to power into gaps, but he really shines when he drops his anchor to stall double teams or punch, press and prey on runners as a two-gapper. Brown's upright rush style means he might be more of a pressure rusher than a sack man, but he should keep improving as a rusher with more dedication to the craft. He could become a high-impact starter early in his career with an all-pro ceiling and good starter floor. It sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good to us. And he tested aight, like we mentioned, but absolutely elite size, blocks out the sun, blocks out the run. It was the number 7 overall pick in 2020 by the Carolina Panthers. Made an impact right away. Was the Pro Football Writers Association first team all rookie. And he is really busting out this season. 84.2 PFF grade. Just been a wall against the run. Also getting after, getting some pressures in there as well. Playing a mix of nose tackle and under tackle. Now, cap-wise, this is where it's amazing. So his signing bonus is already paid out. Remember, cap hits incur when the money is paid. So he already got that signing bonus from the Panthers when he signed as a rookie. So the Vikings would only inherit around $814,000 in a cap hit this year, which is the proration of his $1.257 million base salary this year, and also only $2.331 million next year. And also they have the fifth-year option. Now the fifth-year option is probably going to be 13, 14 million bucks, but they still have that on the table. And as he's ascending, becoming that Pro Bowl, All-Pro type player, will come in handy. Will come in handy, man. Now, trade compensation-wise, it's probably going to be a lot. We're talking about at least a first-round pick, probably some change. But since the Vikings are having inklings of drafting late in the first round, that's less of an impact. And I understand that, hey, should go after quarterback this year, should go after C.J. Stroud, should go after Bryce Young, etc. But, I mean, the Vikings potentially would have to move heaven and earth to go from the back of the first round, 32, all the way up for one of the blue chip quarterbacks this year. So that could be a moot point. Analytics wise, would Kwesi want to go down that route? I don't know. But again, also analytics wise, would Kwesi see one of the positions of need of just having more meat along that defensive line? And you saw it with the trade for Ross Blacklock, the former high second round pick from the Texans. You saw it by the addition of Khyiris Tonga off of the Falcons practice squad, former draft pick of the Crooked Chicago Bears. So Kwesi understands that they need more presence along the defensive line. And also with the signing of Tonga, like you can see, like, oh, we have issues stopping the run. Let's get some more bodies in there. And I mean, Derrick Brown would be fantastic. It could be a makeup call for potentially passing on Jordan Davis, the nose tackle out of Georgia who went to the Eagles, but it would instantly resolve a lot of the Vikings' run defense issues up front. And plus, just putting Derrick Brown at the nose, then having Diesel, Dalvin, Harrison, Phillips at the 5 techs in base, or having the odd man front, or having him play nose or under tackle if you want to run a 4-man front up front. So let's go. Let's go, man, because the Panthers are going to be sellers at the deadline. Should the Vikings partake, you still have Derrick Brown with 2 years left on his rookie deal plus a 5th-year option. What's not to like as he's busting out in year 3? Just this could be a move where, hey, Vikings defense all of a sudden, instead of a 2nd and shorts, they're facing 2nd and longs, which lead to 3rd and longs, which lead to bringing that heat, which means to getting the ball back, which means to scoring more points. Derrick Brown needs to be a Viking. Also, bring along Brian Burns and Jeremy Chin, too, while you're at it. Why not? Why not, man? But your thoughts are thoughts. The Vikings need to trade for Carolina Panthers defensive tackle Derrick Brown. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.